You're just lost for words. He is just brilliant. Georgie Best, Diego Maradona, Johan Cruyff.
And welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host Sam, and we are back again with another video as we'll be looking back on what happened yesterday. We had some interesting games, a lot of interesting goals, but there were not a lot of goals that were scored yesterday. I think just because of the type of game that was set up. I have no idea why Premier League are not putting all the exciting, maybe at least one boring and one exciting games all in the one thing. Because not saying that the games were boring as such, but I'm just saying that they were not really that exciting to grab the attention of the viewers. You understand? Like how today it is. Today you are sure that a lot of people are gonna be seated down. They'll be watching the games and they'll see it unfold in however way it's gonna be like. So one thing that I'm sure that is gonna be 100% exciting to see what happens today in the world of football. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. What are you expecting? Who are you expecting to win today? At the same time, tell me what were your thoughts on yesterday's games. What did you see about the results? And can somebody even catch Manchester City now? I just wonder. Can somebody even catch Manchester City now? Because when you look at them now, they are looking like they are gone, people. They are looking like they're gone. And yesterday, with the way West Ham played, you know what? West Ham played like the way Arsenal played at the last time. So you cannot see any fault in their performance. No, you can't. Unless maybe if you are hating on a team, you cannot see any fault into their performance yesterday. They gave it their all. They tried by all means, but come on, these are the citizens. And when the citizens are like this, they're dangerous. But we're going to talk about Manchester City. So before we go anywhere far, let's get this show really started. So guys, we are looking at what we have today and how the things are set up. So these are the results of yesterday. From the beginning, Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium finished 2-1 against West Ham, and we watched West Brom beating Brighton by 1-0. Leeds United played 1-0 again against Aston Villa. Aston Villa won that game. And on top of that, we saw Newcastle and Wolves finished 1-1. So in total, if we have to count the total of goals that were scored yesterday, it were all 7 goals. So imagine we had about 4 games, and in 4 games, only 7 goals were scored. So that's what I'm talking about. That as much as things were unfolding and what it wasn't really exciting to grasp the attention of a lot of people and stuff like that. But that happens sometimes and somewhere in the world of football. But anyway, we are going to be talking about it now, diving deep into what exactly happened, because there are a lot of things that happened yesterday, people, that we need to absolutely talk about. The VAR decisions, the craziness of what was happening, and some of the decisions that you could see the officials taking them wrong against the team. It's really controversial. You don't really understand what's happening with these officials. They said that they could not do this thing on their own, like naturally. We brought VAR to be the helper, but you still find them not using the damn thing, and at the same time costing some teams to lose some games, because it doesn't make sense. I'm talking about looking at the Brighton game, because Brighton really walked out of that game feeling robbed, like they were really feeling robbed, guys. Hello, Mr. Gameplay. How are you doing, sir? How are you feeling? And are you ready for the game? Are you really ready for the game? So, anyway, let's start talking about the game. So, the first game was Manchester City versus West Ham. Wanted to do a watch along over this game, but guys couldn't do things. It was just things that happened here. So, John Stone, Ruben Diaz, and Stone strikes for City's 14th. These guys are just winning, like they're just doing it. Like, so let's say for City's 14th win, straight win, like straight league win. So Manchester City have won in the league now in a row 14 times, and in all competition it's now 20 times, six in other competitions. So they are really unstoppable. And one thing that I was excited by yesterday's game, not really excited, but that I have to give my respect to City is that when the big team does not, like when the strike force and midfield does not step up to score goals and stuff, you find that it took the center backs, both Ruben Diaz and John Stones, to be the guys who stood up and actually scored the goals. And on top of that, they were playing so well, amazingly for their job, which is defending. So they were defending and actually going up top to scores. That tells you when a team is complete that usually they don't really need the strikers to be the ones that scores. Maybe they just leave it to the defenders and they'll do the job. Because what a goal by Ruben Diaz, what a header with an assist by Kevin De Bruyne. So it means now De Bruyne has 11 or 12 assists now, which is just going high, man. And also, on talking about that, the stone goal, what a pass by Mirez and what a finish. Nothing the keeper could do on that one. So they continue hurting people and they continue playing and causing trouble. Yesterday, for me, I know that Charles John Stones is the man of the match. For me, the man of the match for me that I would have chosen was maybe Fernandino. Why would I have chosen Fernandino? Because Fernandino was the guy who was bulldozing these guys, pushing the guys so that he creates the balls and set up and actually stop these guys from hurting them. Because the defense yesterday, you could actually see that the defense of City was starting in the midfield, and it had to be him. It had to be him who was working and doing everything just to make sure that the team is not attacked. Because there were many times where West Ham broke out on the counters and they would have actually had this team, but it was because of Fernandino who stood firm and actually stopped them from doing anything, from even hurting anything. So what an amazing performance, guys, I have to say. And also the goalkeeper, yes, his performance like the usual, but he has to be so happy that he has the on form John Stone and also Ruben Diaz performing so well. Because can you believe Stones has played so well to a point that he has actually taken out what is that guy's name? Laporte's jersey in the City defense. Because now Laporte doesn't seem like he's getting any chance because Stones has firmly made that position here. That's when you see the importance of like chemistry between the players because you can actually see when these guys are playing. Ruben Diaz and Stones, they play together. The chemistry that these two has is just unexplainable. You cannot disagree that they play so well together. And when they're doing the thing, it's just like you see as a City fan, you are excited, and maybe that is the reason why Stones is not getting the chance because he has to fight and he has to actually get what he has to make sure that the chemistry between him and Stone and the Diaz works. Because right now, Diaz for Manchester City, we can arguably say that he is the Virgil van Dijk for Liverpool. He is the Harry Maguire for Manchester United. In other words, he is the main defender. Without him, they cannot really function. That's why he's always in all these games. And also, you can actually tell that whenever a pair of defense get more time playing together, not changing, giving them more time, they actually create this bond, this connection, and it's hard to break. And you can actually see it when these guys are playing that now there is a bond between these two guys, and it's unexplainable. And they're now doing it so well that they're scoring on the other side and defending on the other side. So it's amazing to see, and you cannot disagree with that. Now let's move on the other thing, talking about the City game. The official, the officials. Many times, if you look at the time, many errors that were completed by City, you could see that in some of the situation, maybe West Ham deserved a yellow card, maybe deserved a free kick. And in some of the situation, it was frustrating if you're a West Ham fan that the official could see that the guy is hurt and you look away. There was a point where I actually thought it was a penalty for West Ham, and the official did nothing. Like he actually did nothing, but we could actually see that Fernandino went after this guy and he took out the leg, not the player, the leg, and the officials did nothing. And I was like, Come on, people. What is happening here? Why is that the officials are looking sideways when you can actually see that this was a straight out robbery where the official should have actually done good or maybe whatever he was supposed to do. So it was really, really irritating. But anyway, all in that, it I thought it was gonna be the worst game for the officials, but I was wrong. I was wrong. Because now let's move on to the Brighton and the West Brom game, where the official whistle went on and he said that he didn't do, and the goal was scored and he didn't rule out the goal. The official blew the whistle. The strike, the guy was kicking the ball, heard the whistle, but the defenders didn't hear the whistle. Officials being asked, I didn't blow the whistle, but he's saying that it is that because the goal was scored and he gave the goal. And I'm like to myself, this confusion, what's up with the officials? Because now Brighton left the game feeling robbed that this guy's got a goal that wasn't supposed to be a goal. And they went out there celebrating because they actually scored the goal. And the official, it's confusing. You won't really get this. It doesn't make sense because these things continue happening and happening. And unless we find a way forward, we're gonna have a crazy, crazy time with these officials. They're failing to do. They were blaming that they didn't have the technology of VAR because remember VAR came in the Champions League first before the Premier League. They were blaming that if they get the VAR, they are able to do some decisions properly. They have the VAR and they're still not getting the decisions properly. And that, for me, it's really, really, really not good. And it's really, I don't know, it's frustrating if you're a fan. You are frustrated because you come in there, you paid your money, or even on screen right now because there are no fans who are allowed in the stadium. You are paying your money to go watch your team playing against this team, and your team is robbed, and you go out there frustrated, not because you felt not because your team lost, but you felt that you were robbed by the officials. Something has to change with the FA because if this continues, it's gonna be a problem, guys. It's definitely gonna be a problem because it didn't make sense. Yes, it was a goal, an early goal, by the way, by West Brom, but it left a lot of people asking questions. It left a lot of people asking questions. Unless something happens, there's gonna be a problem. There's gonna be a problem, 100%. Like here, you see, that's where they were actually talking with officials, actually arguing that this was not supposed to be a goal because you hadn't blown your whistle, and the official was saying, "I've blown my," doesn't make sense. Things like this don't make sense. They always cause havoc. Now look at how many people were all over him because the goal was in, and they were celebrating because the goal was in. They were celebrating, and they deserve to say that because the official gave the goal. So if the official gave the goal, so listen to this. Goal West Brom 1 and Brighton nil. And Keller with the header very close to the range and center of the back, assisted by Connor with a cross from a corner. The corner was conceded by what? Attempted miss on the right foot. Let me see. I'm looking for this. Okay. I can't see the information, but it's crazy. It was crazy. So those little incidents, guys, they have to be looked at, and the officials have to make sure that they do the right decision because they're causing teams to lose. Look at now, this team lost, but you can arguably say that they played so well, but just didn't go well for them. If you understand what I mean, didn't go well for West Brom, but the officials also add the salt on top of that. So officials, come on, you guys have to be serious with your decisions because it's costing a lot of people goals, winning moments, and stuff like that. Those things have to be looked at, and the decisions have to be made. Thorough decisions that make sense. By the way, on top of that, guys, do me a favor, click that like button, subscribe to the channel. It's always important. And tell me your thoughts. Tell me your thoughts on what you thought about those games and whatever that is happening because there's still a lot of games to talk about and the decisions of the referees. Because now you cannot blame the VAR because that decision did not even go to the VAR. So you see, it's a problem. So Leeds United played against Aston Villa. I thought this was gonna be an open goal game and easy. Leeds, and there were going to be a lot of goals that was going to be scored in this game because I was looking at it, knowing that the fact that we know that Leeds is 100% an open team. They open their back and they make it easy for team to take advantage or even to score goals and actually make it interesting. But at the same time, talking about Leeds being open, Aston Villa, they're not really that good. Oh, let's just face it, people. They are terrible without Grealish in their team. And again, this was another game that played without Grealish. But this time, unlike any other game, they actually got the result. So you can arguably say that as much as they're not good with the Grealish, they did play so well and they got the results. So it finished 1-0 to Aston Villa, which they scored El Ghazi with a goal in 5 minutes, assisted by Oli Watkins. What a goal, what a good game. And on top of that, Leeds kept attacking. For me, with the way Leeds played, I have to say that they really did deserve something out of this game. That's why it is not a joke, people. Emia, Emiliano Martinez was the man of the match because the goalkeeper had to work overtime. Leeds were all over this team. They were attacking left, right, and center. And Martinez had to be on point. He had to keep serving these goals. And he is the reason why this game finished 1-0. Because trust me, there were some situations where you could actually say that the whole team of Aston Villa have no idea what to do here. They have nothing to actually do anything. But Martinez was the man who stood up and actually helped this team get something in this game. So it was an interesting game, guys. And Martinez again showing the world why it was wrong of Arsenal selling him and not using him as their number one because he is an amazing goalkeeper. He is really, really good. He proves it all the time, every single day. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But that's how the game finished. It was an exciting game, exciting to watch. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section, though. I want to hear what you thought about the game and where do you see Aston Villa going, especially that Grealish is not back. They need Jack Grealish back into that team if they want to do something. I hope that the injury. I don't really know. Do you know? Tell me your thoughts tell me in the comment section. How long was Grealish expected to be out? Like how long was he expected to be out through because of that injury? How long did they say he'll be out, or maybe it was never given? But with your thoughts as well as the fans and what you're seeing, do you think he's gonna be back anytime soon? I want to hear those in the comment section, guys. Do that right about now. So those are the situation, and that's what happened. Let's move on to the next game, which was for me, I think, a good game. I really, really enjoyed watching this game. It was Newcastle versus Wolves. Newcastle in trouble now, people. I'll go to the league exactly after this. I'll show you how the Premier League is looking like now with the decisions or with these games that were played. Uh, Newcastle needed a victory. Needed a victory like nobody's business. And with the performance, with what they did, they played so well. They played so well. They were attacking, causing troubles, trying to show that they can get many chances that they try to shoot on target to get at least a goal, but didn't work out. They were working so hard to at least get something in this game, but it seems like situation didn't go well for them. But it was an exciting game to watch, people. It was, especially for those people who were rivals. It was an open game, if that makes sense. So it was easy for people to attack. Ruben Manadas back into the game, scored a goal, assisted by Pedro Neto. For me, Neto is an amazing guy, guys. He is good. He is an amazing performer, amazing player. There's a lot to see from him. So Ryan Fraser did deliver for Jamal, the captain of Newcastle, scored the one goal that they scored, which they thought they were gonna go until the very end with that victory. But Nato had another decision to make. Oh, he had other thoughts in mind. So it finished interesting, guys. And as much as they people might not like this, Wolves have not been scoring a lot of goals. So you expect them to not be scored and maybe one goal. So whenever you see a team scoring Wolves, expect it at least to be a draw unless the other team scores more goals. Maybe it's just a phase and maybe things will change. Situations will start making sense for this Wolves side team. But congratulations, they got a draw. At least they got a draw. But this draw is not good for Newcastle because it's putting them straight into the mad, man. It's putting them straight into the mad. And so it's gonna be exciting to see what happens with them. It's gonna be exciting to see how the game will actually unfold. But that's how the game finished. I was really excited. I was really excited watching this game. You can see the performance. You can see what the guys were doing. These are the galleries, the goals, and the shots that were taken into the game. It was an exciting game, an open game, by the way. Any team could have won that, but like I said, Wolves are having problems scoring goals. And on the other hand, you never know with other teams. So it was an exciting game to watch. Let's see what we see next on the next game, guys. That's all I can say. Also, moving on to the lineup, looking at the lineup and what happened how it's actually affecting the table. We're gonna look at the lineup. So for starters, another win for City, and the next is Wolves. So it means that they have all the win-win. Man, these guys are on fire. Manchester United, they have not played yet. The other team that played was the Hammers. The Hammers were going so well. Now that they got an L against the Citizens, it means that they stopped there. And if Chelsea win against United today, they're capable of going on top of this team. But if they lose, they're stuck there. And as for Liverpool, they're playing for Chelsea, so they're playing with Sheffield. If by any chance Liverpool win the game, they go on top. So it's gonna be. And as much as they didn't expect anything against City, West Ham, with the way they played, they are gonna feel so sad that they didn't go out at least with a point in the game, because a point was gonna help a lot. It was gonna help a lot, especially against the Chelsea. Well, we'll definitely see what happens. Let's move on to the Wolves. Wolves draw help them just keep them where they are against Newcastle. But Newcastle, on the other hand, they're in the mad, people. Because look at now, they're on 26. Fulham on 22. Fulham win a game, they are going 25. So they're just one behind Newcastle. So in other words, Newcastle are now in the relegation battle. They're now in the relegation battle alongside Brighton, because that loss to West Brom pushed West Brom up top, but put them in the dust as well. So if Fulham played so well and these guys are doing this thing, Fulham are going to be out of this relegation zone and Newcastle will be in trouble. Burnley as well, and the rest. But Burnley are still okay, if I have to say. They're still okay. And with the game in head as well. So that's all that we have for you people. I don't even know how Southampton has moved to number 14. Man, things with the Premier League this season are just crazy. You cannot explain them, you cannot explain them. But anyway, that's what happened in the league, guys. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. What did you thought about the performance, and what are you expecting to see as we continue with the Premier League? Do me a favor, click that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tell me again. We'll be back again with the watch along. As you can see, there are already reminders on the Football Connect that are set that we are coming for the watch along. So you might want to join in. It's going to be exciting and it's going to be amazing. Who's going to win today? Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. Give me your predictions as well, because we are going to need a lot of predictions for today's games, because they're interesting. City have already done their job. They're waiting for other guys to catch up if they can, or mess up if whatever they're going to do. But all of those things, that's what is happening in this moment. It's going to be exciting. I can't wait, people. I'll be watching this one with you on the watch along. I hope you are excited. I hope you are ready. I hope you are ready for the drama, because the drama is going to be lit. It's going to be lit as we speak about this, guys. It's going to be lit and it's going to be exciting to watch. This has been Sam, and this has been the Football Connect. We'll be back again later with the watch alongs. I had to give you a preview of all the games that were played and try to look at the league and what is happening with the league. City are the runaway champions of this season. Gotta accept it, people. So goodbye. We'll be back again. Don't forget to click that like button and subscribe and share this video to a lot of people. Goodbye.
Beats the goalkeeper. You're just lost for words. He is just brilliant. Georgie Pets, Diego Maradona, Johan Cruyff.